My name's Dean Allen. I'm the Executive Director of Restore Our American Republic. The acronym, of course, is ROAR, and we like to roar about things that we believe need changing in America. Our purpose is to get the Republican Party back to the conservative principles it had under President Ronald Reagan. And we want to hold Republican elected officials accountable that they actually do their job and live up to those ideas. They come back to South Carolina and tell us how conservative they are, and that they're members of the National Rifle Association and they love Jesus, and I'm sure all that's the truth. But in the case of Congressman Gresham Barrett, what he did not tell us and doesn't brag about to his constituents in any stump speeches is that he voted for $850 billion of TARP money, and he took an awful lot of PAC money from financial interests that made money off of that money being dispersed to them. He didn't talk about putting earmarks into the federal budget for a highway exchange in Orangeburg and an alternative fuel plant in North Charleston. So it begins to look to those of us in the grassroots like the man is using his position as a congressman and your tax dollars to fund his campaign for higher office. And the latest egregious example of what our congressman in the 3rd District has done, he sent out this fine mailing piece that I've blown up copies of here to all his constituents in the 3rd Congressional District. And if you will look at this, it's a very nice piece of campaign literature. It's well done. It's got pretty color pictures, and it tells you how to contact the congressman. It does not talk about any of the things he's done that I was just talking about. And basically, he's using his congressional franking privilege to send out campaign literature. And we're calling on Congressman Gresham Barrett to tell the American people how much this mailing cost, and we're asking him to have his campaign committee reimburse his congressional office and the American taxpayers the cost of this mailing.
In this particular case, you're mentioning the franking privilege. Barrett wouldn't be the only congressman doing that, would he?
Barrett's not the only. All of them have franking privilege, and they all send out newsletters from time to time. But again, I think the purpose of giving them that authority and allowing them to do that is so they can inform their constituents about pending legislation. And I don't see anything in this particular piece he's mailed out about that. It looks like he's just using it to reinforce his name, ID, and send out his campaign literature. He has a right to do that, but he ought to pay for it instead of the taxpayers.
I'm Butch Taylor with the Greenville County Taxpayers Association. We're always concerned about taxes and government.
This is Mr. Harry Keebler. He's the state director of the Patriotic Resistance.
I think Gresham Barrett's got a lot of explaining to do.
And I'm Jan Williams, and I belong to the Greenville County Taxpayers Association, and I'm here to support the same thing. The fact that, you know, our government is wasting way too much money, and whenever I find out any of these things, I like to help support it. And spending my money to campaign is not the right way unless I donate it myself.